All right, Turbo Sejuani. So, in Runeterra, every deck can have up to 6 copies of hero cards in them, and hero cards are powerful cards that level up and get stronger when different conditions are met. Sejuani and Gangplank are 2 heroes in this deck, and this is something that's not super common in this game, but these 2 heroes actually have the same level up condition. So their level up condition is you've damaged the enemy nexus over 5 different rounds. And this build that we are playing here, through cards like Warning Shot and Make It Rain and Monkey Idol, making powder monkeys that deal damage to the opponent, we have lots of ways in this deck to deal damage to our opponent on their turn as well. So this deck is looking to level up Sejuani and Gangplank as quickly as possible. Sejuani, when it comes into play, frostbite something and gives it vulnerable, which can force it to block. So it's basically a pseudo removal spell in addition to being a heavy hitter. And then Sejuani's leveled up mode is very powerful. Has the first time you damage an enemy nexus each round, frostbite all the opposing enemies, which sets their power to 0, which gives you just excellent attacks and makes it hard for them to pressure you. So this is a mid-range deck that's looking to play to the board while damaging the opponent every single turn, including on their turn, so that way we can level our champions as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this and see how it goes. The mana system in Runeterra is similar to Hearthstone with a bit of a twist. You get an extra mana and refill your mana crystals every single turn in this game. However, unlike Hearthstone and more like Magic, both players play every single turn in this game. You get a partial mulligan to start here. Opponents playing Ezreal Twisted Fate as their champion. So this is an aggressively slanted mid-range deck usually. I'm going to mulligan 1 Warning Shot here and keep the other. Because you draw a card and get a mana each turn in this game, unlike in Magic, synergy decks tend to be a lot better in this game than they are in Magic, because you can afford to play weak cards like Warning Shot to deal 1 damage to the enemy nexus to enable the plunder mechanic. So this card gets bigger if I hit my opponent or dealt damage to my opponent in a turn. Oh, we have the Blood board. Yeah, I should update that. We'll switch that out for this game. Another thing with the resource system in this game that's different from Hearthstone is each player has 3 copies of spell mana. So you can see here, even though my opponent didn't play anything, they saved that 1 mana for the first turn of the game. And I really love this design because it means, unlike in games like Magic and Hearthstone where you get punished and fall behind if you don't use your mana in early turns, it's very easy to catch back up in this game. When you're playing units out and attacking and blocking in this game, there's a bit of a tug back and forth between striking a balance between playing things before you attack and not. So things that you play in this game can attack the turn you play them. However, sometimes there's cards like this that have the plunder mechanic where they do something extra if you hit your opponent. So I want to attack before playing this. They've played Make It Rain here, which deals 1 damage to 3 different things. So it hit me and both my units. And then the thing that just used that nab effect grabbed a Jagged Butcher off of there. So I have another guy here. Damage in this game doesn't roll off of units at the end of turn, so similar to Hearthstone, they're going to retain their damage.
Time for a true display of skill.
Ezreal is elusive, which means I cannot block him except with other elusive units, very similar to flying from Magic.
Fight or die. Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Nailed it.
So when this hits me, it creates a fleeting Mystic Shot, which they have to use that turn. They didn't have the mana to, so it goes away. Now again here, good example of how combat in this game works. We get to go ahead and I'm going to attack before I play out units, because if I play a unit out, my opponent has a chance to play a bigger unit out to block. So by attacking the first thing I do in the turn, I know my opponent only has this 1/3, which is nice. So they're Mystic Shotting 2 of my attackers here, so these are both going to get hit here. They're still going to take a hit for 3 here, which is nice. Their Ezreal levels up when they've targeted enemies 8 times, so this is halfway towards leveling up. I'm going to go ahead and play the Grifter out here, which makes me a warning shot and draws me a card off their deck, which is nice. We can see here my Sejuani and Gangplank are almost leveled. I've hit the opponent's Nexus 3 out of 5 turns so far. Hey, Tenten Hammer, sorry to hear that. I'm going to go ahead and warning shot my opponent here to trigger both my champions. I think we're going to go ahead and Monkey Idol as well. Get 2 Pilfered Goods to draw some cards off my deck. So the nab mechanic is something that we've been doing as well. It allows them to draw cards off the bottom of my deck. And not only does it draw off the bottom of my deck, but it also explicitly does not draw my champion cards. So there's no feel bad of them drawing my most powerful cards, which is nice. I think I'm holding on to the warning shot since I drew a parlay. I'm going to go ahead and parlay, shoot this, so this dies, and then they take 1 as well. This causes my Sejuani to level up. It's now 5 out of 5.
Never lost a fair game, or played one.
This is going to stun my 3/3, sure. Now I need to decide... So this gives something vulnerable this turn. So I need to decide, would I rather kill Twisted Fate or Ezreal? I think I'd rather kill Ezreal because he's elusive and makes things to kill my other things.
The winter's claw endures. Carved from the savage cold.
Yeah, if you go to the same website that has my deck list on it, they have a that website is based off of a deck tracker, so there's a ton of metagame information up there. The content creator Swimstream and Mogwai, both of them also make Runeterra content that they do like meta update posts.
Born for conquest.
One of the things that's sweet here, so if I mouse over the eye, it tells me how combat's going to work. So you can see here, if combat resolves like this and my opponent doesn't block, they'll go to 2. Ezreal will die and my ephemeral unit will die. And I'm pretty okay with that. I assume they might block some combination of things here, like this 3/2 is probably going to block my 3/3. And I'm okay with that. Oh, right. So, combat in this game resolves left to right. And because Sejuani says when you damage the Nexus, it damaged with the Overwhelm, which frostbit the rest of their stuff. So that was great for us. I planned it that way, right? Yeah, it's exactly like we drew it up.
Hail, War Mother. Drive them before us, Era.
So, Riptide Rex is one of my favorite bombs in this game. When Riptide Rex enters play, if you plundered, it casts 7 cannon barrages to just blow your opponent's board to crap. And again, this card's playable in large part because of synergistic cards like Warning Shot. So, they get to draw a bunch of cards here, so it's getting close-ish to leveling. I'm going to open on Warning Shot into Riptide Rex here. So this sets all their power to 0, and then we Riptide Rex, which lines up the cannons. His artwork is also great, just like a shark cannon with this little guy on the side. And Spoken's had enough.
The winter's claw triumphs.
Sadly, you often don't get to see the shark animation because the shark animation is usually them conceding. Get a sweet game board and an adorable guardian. Different card back. Oh, I didn't even have my Fizz emote enabled. The emotes in this game are sweet. They're very well done. Twisted Fate, Ezreal Fizz, so probably something similar to the last opponent we just played against. I think I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan Riptide Rex and Gangplank here. Look for some other cheap plays. Gonna go ahead and pass here. I could play this to trigger these for the turn, but I'd rather wait to hold this to trigger Black Market Merchant for its plunder.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
That's a sweet one. It's another one that'll let us enable our hit on their turn.
What you looking for?
So summons a Powder Keg. Powder Keg makes my next spell or skill deal an extra damage, which is great. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Black Market Merchant of their own here.
Don't ask where it's from.
Ask how much. I'm actually just gonna pass here because I have this Make It Rain lined up. So I'd prefer not to trade these because my Make It Rain is gonna deal 2 to a bunch of their stuff, which is great.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
That could have gone better.
Check out the goods on this one.
It's so weird to me how much people hate nab decks in this game. Block like this. Block like this. Yep. Stealing stuff really upsets people. That can't possibly be true. People love capitalism.
My selection speaks for itself. Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Agent of Treachery is peak capitalism. When your Yordle Grifter draws a Yordle Grifter. God bless. We got 2 Riptide Rexes lined up here, which is nice.
Fight or you'll swim.
Probably want to Static Shock, kill these 2.
I'm always up for a round.
Red card is read. Alright, there's a Gangplank. So my Warning Shot can level Gangplank next turn, which is nice. And he attacks, he deals 1 to everything, which is decent. We're just gonna go ahead and play Yordle Grifter out here, get another Warning Shot. That's a great steal off their deck.
They don't need riches. And you need you to pay up.
Okay, so they get to shoot this, and then this has Quick Strike, so my thing's gonna die and theirs is gonna live, but that's fine, because Gangplank making a Powdered Kegs and attacking is gonna kill them next turn. So obviously they could have a piece of interaction here, but we're rolled up pretty well. You get to go ahead and Warning Shot, and then Gangplank.
I am reborn of salt and brine. Not till you scream for mercy.
Not till you scream for mercy. He has Overwhelm too on his flip side. That's pretty good. Wow, that's rude. I think we parlay to kill this, and then we thermo beam to kill this. Gangplank and Handgrant are good friends, yep. We'll see if they don't open on attacks here, the Riptide Rex is gonna destroy them.
Double back for the next kill.
We're low enough that we could get burned out here at this point.
Ready, Rex? Good to go.
Good to go. This'll deal, this'll kill this and deal 6 to their dome. And they have 8 resources to play other stuff out here, but they're in okay spot now. Oh, yeah, make it rain, shit, make it rain. You love to see it. Oh no! Oh no! We're so close! We're so close! Rough. Braum and Nivea. So this is a control deck, most likely. I'm gonna keep these. Make It Rain can trigger my GP on their turn. GP Sejuani on their turn, which is nice. Love the Runeterra. I enjoy the Runeterra too, 50 Shades of Josh. If you're not familiar, I'm posting a Runeterra deck video every single day. So if you haven't been able to keep up, be sure to check out my website. / my YouTube channel.
The winter's claw strikes.
This is Overwhelm, which is Trample, and then Tough, so it takes 1 less damage from damage sources, which is nice. Overwhelm is a lot better in this game than it is in Magic, in large part due to the fact that you can only block 1-1.
What will you have?
Alright, so we missed killing this one, but we did at least hit their thing, so we get to trigger our champions, which is nice.
This one's on the house.
Fight or die. Leave nothing standing.
Start by attacking here. Again, I don't want to play this out to start because it would give them a chance to play out a bigger blocker. These trade, this eats this, and overwhelms for 2.
Leave your bags at the door.
I think I'm just gonna Jagged Butcher into Monkey Idol here. Get Monkey Idol going, because the powder monkeys that it makes will deal damage on their turn, which is nice. So this gives us Sejuani Gangplank triggers on the next 2 turns, which is wonderful. Ephemeral units also give them slightly worse attacks, because these are gonna die anyway, so we don't mind blocking with them.
Let's take this up that.
I say those attacks seem real loose. Just go like this. A Vile Feast, sure.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
There's open attacks here, right? And if they block this, I get to use their Fury of the North, which would be absurd. Yeah, pretty happy with these trades, right?
About your town.
Vengeance. That's brutal. Alright, those are both ready to level. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bank my spell mana for the turn. Nah, I'm gonna play the Ruthless Invader. Ruthless Warrior. It's been good, Percy.
A storm approaches.
This deals 1 to everything when it attacks, so probably don't want to play this out just yet. That's a pretty good one.
I bring the storm.
Cool thing.
So these will all trade now.
Strike them down. I will be reborn.
We're going up to 8 mana next turn, so it'll be a shark turn, so let's do this. Pick up. It's pretty good. Good thing we got. It's a good thing we got Papa Riptide. Wow! Look at this guy dodging bullets. Just call him Neo. Neo the Innkeeper. Tavern Keeper, let's do it.
We burn, then kindle anew.
Gosh, do I even have good attacks here? I don't really, right? If I pass, I can do this, do this, do this.
For my homeland.
Oh, it's cast. It's a cast trigger. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Credit denied.
I think I'm just blocking and then glimpsing this.
Endless cold. Endless peace.
Yeah, it works. It works with Grifter.
Bilgewater is mine and mine alone. I rarely forget and never forgive. It's the boss!
Sure is, Rex.
Alright, I can at least parlay the egg. Because I have the keg, so the egg will die and they won't get another Anivia back. This is about to level up when they hit their 10th mana next turn. Yep. Feels like this one's slipping away.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Hmm.
There's plenty of killing left.
Think we're doing this. We just gotta try and go wide here. Alright, this is what I got. Your move, Yugi boy.
I've carved meat bigger than you.
I protect this place.
Join the conflagration.
Join the conflagration. I've got 8 mana and 3 cards here, so
Come from the dark.
kill some amount of stuff. Harsh winds, brutal.
Before the storm.
Get yours.
Yeah, this pushes 1, these push 2. The problem is when these attack, it's gonna deal 2 to everything and wipe my board. Okay. Ho. We're halfway there. Ho. Living on a prayer, we are dead. It didn't matter. There are so many Anivias. Do 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 do. Oh, we get to block. We do get to block, don't we? I forgot about that.
I bring the storm. For my homeland.
Still need to play the petty officer? No, I don't. Right? Oh no! Monkey Idol can't block! Ah, I forgot. Fuck. Alright, yeah, I needed to play it. Alright, so we're exactly dead now because I messed up. Yeah, I think we might have been able to steal that if I make the right play there. If I play the petty officer out and block, I can play Gangplank then and potentially kill them with Gangplank trigger the next turn, depending on what their hand looks like. Just Braum. Not quite sure what they're doing. Is it too aggressive to parlay their face? Probably. Sick. Alright, so I'm gonna pass here, and then next turn we will parlay, kill this, play Black Market, draw a card off their deck. Or maybe I want to save... I think I just want to get my level up trigger in this turn. So we'll do this. It kills this. We get to draw a card, and then this will get to nab something.
Treasures of the ages for a price. The winter's claw strikes.
You've had some good games so far, Nivik. Feels like it's doing something relatively powerful. Some mistakes have been made, but the games have been fun.
I walk my path alone.
Leave nothing standing.
If I must.
I think it's worth throwing this away to get this attack in this turn, especially if they block like this. Now I can make it rain to kill this and get on the board next turn too, which is great. We'll see if they open attacks here or not. You should try easy karma control to start, Civilized Scholar. It's a control deck that's also a go over the top combo deck. Oh, this is wrong because they're gonna get a Poro, right? At least this works out for us. Their Hawks did hit really well.
Fight or die.
I'm glad you're liking it, Monster Man. Yeah, that might be one. If we play that again and it has another good run, I might throw that up on the website. I think it has pretty good tools for as far as Historic's concerned. Okay, so these will all trade, he says, before getting frostbitten. Thanks. Okay, at the very least, this parlay here does mean that I'm gonna get to trigger Sejuani this turn, which is nice. It means Sejuani will have to level up next turn. So we'll kill this, deal 1 to them. He's at 4 or 5. Grifter's not bad. Grifter means that I can play Sejuani next turn and play Sejuani leveled next turn and then warning shot before attacking to wipe out all the attack on their creatures. That's unfortunate. So if the top card of our deck is Bilgewater, we get to nab, so apparently it's not. Can't block because he's an elusive.
I was forged by wind. Carved from the savage gold.
All the level up animations of this game are fantastic. They're very, very well done.
Face me, coward. Stand and fight.
So you can see here, the eye even tells me their stuff's gonna get frostbitten. So this is fine to attack with this 3/3 as well, because if they block with anything, it's gonna get frostbitten. So they can block this to not take damage, but they're not gonna kill my Grifter, because Sejuani's gonna hit and reduce everything else to 0 with the frostbite. And these warning shots with Sejuani in play are now fog. Like if I warning shot them, Sejuani triggers and wipes out all their attack.
Full speed ahead.
What will you have? Leave your bags at the door.
They have just nothing to do with a 10 mana. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Do. Would you like to parlay? Why I'd like to invoke my right to parlay. So if this kills their thing, they also take 1. Which will frostbite these Dorkos. And again, can mouse over the eye to see, hey, this dies, these frostbite, they take a damage. They have some kind of pump spell here, I assume. Denied. Let's just read.
Blessed by snow and stars.
How can Brom help?
I'll cleave that smile off your face.
Stand behind Brom.
Fly away while you can.
Where are you going?
Those are some blocks.
An auspicious season.
Their Brahm's living at least and getting a bunch of damage on it. So, like, they're getting a Poro here. Like, I still have Sejuani going, but they're going to have Braum going here in a second. I've got nothing else left over. What are we looking for here? Like a Shark? Shark's probably the best draw on our deck. Grifter's not bad. See if we can nab something useful off their deck. Gangplank would be stellar. You're not wrong.
Show our friends the door. Ha! This is fun, yes?
I'm going to block here and Warding Shot to Fog.
Made choices.
Look how we have grown!
Safety will cost you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey,
Good quality open on attacks here.
Attack!
Are they just dead? Hopefully. Braum, unlike most units this game, he has Regenerate, so he gets his health back every turn.
stand behind Brom.
They are in fact dead.
The Winter's Claw triumphs!
The Winter's Claw triumphs. Weiheimer, so they're playing a control deck. Monkey sounds good. I'm gonna mulligan these, looking for some cheaper plays. None of those particularly exciting. I'm gonna pass for now. I'm gonna hold on to the Warning Shot in case we draw a 2-drop that we want to trigger Plunder on. Like that. Like that one right there, chat. Just like we drew it up. Ooh! Pre-nerf deny anyone?
The dog beckons.
We're gonna hold on to this parlay for now, in case we draw a barrel, so we can use parlay to kill this.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Solid nabs so far. These are the types of nabs that make salty Runeterra players, chat. I was honestly surprised at how many people were upset with the nab mechanic in this game. Really made me chuckle. Flash of Brilliance on 4. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Charms while claws take hold.
Alright, I mean, this exchange seems great for us, right? These are at 2 of 5. Is there another balance update this week, TDM? Has it been 2 weeks already? God, that's insane. This game, it's so weird to experience a game where, like, you're not waiting 8 years for things to balance and change. It's just like, oh, by the way, just like, it's just gonna happen now because this is how long it should take for things to happen. It's not been 2 weeks. They're doing an emergency balance patch this week. Listen, even better.
Safety will cost you.
Wow, didn't get to nab. Never lucky. So, if I do this, I get to play leveled Sejuani? And have Denia?
I was forged by wind. Carved from the savage cold. Face me, coward.
S tier emote, chat. S tier emote.
Attack.
Spring does not pity winter.
We survive.
You want to nerf my little 2-1 plunderer again? Don't nerf my 2-1 plunderer. He's trying so hard to get by. He's trying so hard to get by. Vi Elise. Oh, this is the 9-drop control deck, right? So I think I want to mulligan these. I'm going to keep these so they trigger early on their turn to look for some other cheaper cards. Yeah, Cornea.
That egg.
Hand is definitely not bad. So, as much as I want to, like, level this up as soon as possible, I think I'm supposed to hit just pass for now. And then next turn we can parlay into Black Market Merchant Nab, which is great.
Come closer. I don't bite.
My selection speaks for itself. I don't think I want to trade this for this, especially with the Make It Rain in hand. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass back here.
We could use a bite.
I think I'm gonna Make It Rain. Ideally, I want to hit them, this. Nailed it. Nailed it. This has Fearsome, so I can't block with my 2-1, unfortunately. Let's just read.
A tribute to the Spider God.
Just go ahead and yordle, see what we get.
My friends, though.
Unfortunately, not going to be cheaper this turn, but not bad otherwise. I think we're just going to go ahead and parlay, kill the spider here. This lets me trigger Sejuani Gangplank this turn nicely. The kids are currently singing Jingle Bells and shaking sleigh bells. I don't know why. Happy 4th. God bless Bask. Thanks for the 10 buds. I think I'm just passing here because I would like to get them with Fury of the North. There's no way they're not attacking here.
Hush now.
Vile Feast as well here.
Get back here.
I'm gonna go ahead and Warning Shot to trigger these this turn. Shot's a great draw. It means Gangplank levels.
Your king has returned. I rarely forget. Never.
So, Gangplank's leveled mode says when he attacks, he deals an extra 1 damage to all enemies and their Nexus, and he summons a Powder Keg every turn, and the Powder Keg's gonna deal an extra... Ugh. Removal is cheating, chat. Never forget, removal is cheating.
Seize the opportunity. Heavy pockets.
Hey, thanks for the tip, Dave. I appreciate it. On this 4th of July, I want to remind everyone that this date is irrelevant because all countries matter. God bless.
What's that noise?
It's so funny that, like, 7-mana murder is playable in this game. Unfortunate that I don't have a way to trigger that this turn. Gotcha. clicked the wrong one. Should have made a 1-cost follower there. It's a misclick.
I'd follow you anywhere.
Of course you would.
Hey, sure. Bailed out. Never didn't have it.
Made the most of you.
Pinky! Shards, good luck. Congrats on the baby. Thanks for the tip.
Or another.
I will happily crack some raid shards after we're done here. That's not a terrible pickup.
Here comes the punchline.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
Thank you for the absurd tip. I'll take some shinies.
My true beauty is beneath the skin.
These are fearsome and stuff now. Feels like this one slipped away from us. Our deck's definitely on the aggressive side of the mid-range spectrum. It's like it feels like when we get to the part of the game like this, we just don't really have a catch-up mechanic. Like gang, I guess Gangplank's kind of a catch-up mechanic. I don't have a way to really generate card advantage. I need like Riptide Rex or Gangplank. Yeah, that's a good way to, I agree with that. They've turned the corner and they're pretty healthy. Yeah, the vengeance on the Gangplank, the turn we had, it was huge. How highly ranked are we? We're plat 4. Hanging out on that ranked floor. Alright. It's actually our first time queuing into aggro today. Iona, Noxious, No Champions, definitely an aggro matchup. What Draven deck do I think is the best? We played a Draven Lee Sin deck that was actually really sweet. You can find it up on my YouTubes. I think I'm gonna mulligan Jagged Butcher because blocking early is not particularly good here. Kindly Tavern Keeper is great because it gains us some life. Grifter can let us trigger some stuff early. Yeah, we've been tentatively turning sub mode off here and there. Well, banking some spell mana.
Coming in hot.
Yagwai played a Jinx Draven deck. That sounds interesting. I'm a big fan of Jinx. Her rockets are fun.
Something for 'em.
Well, you know,
Come on in.
come on in. It's a little unfortunate that we, like, haven't started leveling these up at all.
I walk my path alone.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
So, hopefully they don't play another blocker. What are the odds they trade here? Probably 0. Obviously trade here. Probably gonna leave this though, right? So we'll get my trigger in at least. The nabs here are actually really good against their elusive decks. They'll give us a chance to draw some of their elusive things to block their own stuff, which would be nice.
The order rewards its faithful.
This game does not feel like it has a lot of matchup variance in it. There's some matchups that are like easier or harder than others, but there's not like you experience in Modern and Magic, for example.
For the Empire.
So this deals 3 to one of my things to deal 3 to something else. I'm gonna go ahead and pilfer goods here. Because if I pilfer goods while this is out, these get cheaper. And then I'm gonna go ahead and Noxian Fervor to deal 3 here and deal 3 here. Because this dealing damage to my Nexus depends on this living. So if they don't have a way to protect this here, this will die, and then this won't get to deal damage to me. So fast and slow spells build up a stack in the center of the game where you can respond back and forth, similar to magic. And they have a pump spell here, so they did a thing, I did a thing, they did a thing back.
Make the Empire proud.
Oh, you know what? I should have retreated my thing there. Because their thing wasn't going to die anyways. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have retreated my thief back to my hand. I wasn't thinking about that.
Fast as wind, light as air.
Another response. Just gonna pass and bank spell mana here.
Pain is nothing. War Mason, reporting for duty.
Hello, girls! It's my favorite people.
Dad, what do you think about
Two of my favorite people. You got a unicorn onesie. You're so cute.
Dad, what do you think about my flower headband?
What do you think about the flower headband, chat? What?
I love it.
You love it, Jake?
You love it?
Alright, so this is vulnerable.
Hi, buddy.
So probably I'll get in there and hook that. See if they have a trick here or not. She is adorable. My 2 favorite girls. Yeah.
Well, who's number 1, Dad?
Ugh, this is a little bit brutal. I love you, baby girl. I promise. So, good chance we're dead here. They're gonna get to open on attach these elusive. They have any pump spell or burn spell, we just die. Could Yordle, Grifter attack the solitary monk to play around Will? You're a parrot! We are playing the pirate board. You're not quite at the parrot stage, Miss Haley. Alright, with that, now we get to play the Sejuani that they know about and reduce the power on this elusive. They plan to kill us with this. They have like a 3rd demolitionist or maybe a transfusion here. Oh, I could have innkeepered, tavern keepered. Yeah, maybe that's better. I don't know, it's not a wash, right?
Look what you did.
Excuse you, little miss. If I retreat or return, I don't get Sejuani's play trigger, right? That's not how that works. Oh, return is 3 or less. Yeah, you're super right. Be good for your mama. That'll be done in a little bit and they'll come play. Okay? Love you, baby girl. Yeah, so even if I in Tavern Keeper there and gain 3 because they have the transfusions, we're still dead. Ezreal and Twisted Fate. Okay. Make It Rain's pretty good in this matchup. They're not super aggressive, so they go to mulligan the Tavern Keeper. Is it crazy to keep Sejuani in the opener? I guess I'm not that good at enabling her here. I think maybe I mulligan her thinking about it. I guess she's good as just a removal spell, either she doesn't turbo level. I can go either way on this one. I think I'm gonna keep her. Don't we only have one Pilfer goods though, Percy? It's a little awkward. Punish for keeping the first Sejuani. I'm gonna go ahead and just parlay their face and play Black Market Merchant here. So our best draw off their deck is another card that draws off their deck. When you start nabbing nabs, things snowball pretty quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and open on attacks here, just try and get my Sejuani triggers in. See if they have anything here.
You'll fight or you'll swim.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here because I would like to play this on their turn, because if I hit their Nexus, it'll trigger Sejuani for the turn, which is nice. Want to work towards leveling them up. Each of these get a point towards leveling every time we hit their Nexus. They just passed. Gosh, do I end the round? Is neither of us using mana better for me or them? These are the interesting, like, tempo priority questions you have to answer, knowing your matchups. So, like, I could just end it. I think you're right, Percy. I think just ending is probably better for them than us, so I probably want to take a game action here. And the way the priority system in this game works is, when I take a game action, now they get a chance to do something after my spell resolves. Whereas if I just ended the round, we could move ahead. Hey, Red Instead, thanks for the half of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let it end because we triggered my champions for the turn. Gosh, our hand is awkward. Hopefully they play out something big to block with, and I get to do this and blow it out and hit them. Or like to try and kill this. Mystic shot my face? Sure. Weird. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. My opponent surrendered. We're just that good, chat. We're just that good, chat. It was a weird game. I agree. Anivia again here, so they're definitely a control shell. I'm gonna mulligan those. Alright, I think I'm playing this out just to get going right away. That's annoying.
Please, I have connections.
I think I just parlay this. I might be right to do this too. I just want to get my plunder trigger in for the turn. Get my level up in for the turn, I mean.
Old eyes still see far and clear.
It might have also just been right to pass there, so that if they played on another thing, I could make it rain. So it's definitely a matchup where we're the beatdown. He says his opponent draws 5 cards.
The winter's claw strikes. Leave nothing standing.
Unfortunately, I don't have a way to trigger my Sejuani's this turn.
Let us get going.
Rom, I thought he was just a story.
My shield is my sword. Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck, have fun. Yo.
It is easy, see?
So do I attack with the monkey and give them 2 points on their Braum so it can die in combat to let me pilfer goods for the extra one? I think so. So I'm giving them 2 points on their Braum towards leveling. Definitely could have been worse.
You don't want to.
Nicking a Vengeance is real good. These are at 3 of 5, so Warning Shot's gonna get it next turn. Actually, this is gonna get it, and then Warning Shot will get it on my turn, and Sejuani will level up right away, which is nice. That is a big Braum. And 1 mana short of Vengeance this turn, right? Yeah. If they don't open attacks here, do I Sejuani?
They're out there. I'll spot them.
If I play Sejuani, Braum gets to level, because it gets to attack in and hook Sejuani. It saves one of my other things from dying, though. So it's, like, not strictly bad. I really don't want their Brahms to level.
Let's show our friends the door. This is fun, yes?
I'll take everything.
I guess I don't actually want to trade here since I'm going to have leveled Sejuani here soon. I could put this here and then plan to Vile Feast to kill this. Kind of like that.
Boys.
Sure. Now, I won't be able to Sejuani and Vengeance next turn, which is a little unfortunate.
Frog if you work, burn if you don't.
This round, set all allies' power and health to the number of spells you've played this game. It's free, I guess.
Return
like, not a big deal because it's no longer close to leveling. I don't have good attacks now, but...
First we fight. Good luck. Have fun.
Interesting that they didn't attack with their 4/4. Also have a Fury, yep.
Bilgewater is mine and mine alone. I rarely forget and never forgive.
You open attack with Gangplank, they can't bend to summon X trigger. Yeah, the problem with that is
Explosive.
their Brahm's real big, right? I think I need to play Sejuani here, right? I think I need to Sejuani the Brahm.
I was forged by wind. Feel no fear, show no mercy.
Words to die by!
And their Niveas are going to be pretty close to leveling up here soon, too.
Born for conquest.
Guess I just do that, so that way they can't block my more powerful one.
Join the conflagration.
Look how we have grown.
Yeah, it's a level Brahm.
Ye started without me.
Okay.
A new era begins.
Okay. Well, poop.
What will you have?
Soar.
So, Anivia is going to deal 3 to everything, or 2 to everything.
Good luck. Have fun.
This is hooking here. So this is dying from the trigger, so it's a free block.
A fight!
Okay, I want to put this here. I'm going to hold on to this. If I Fury in the north here, these two could trade, except that they have a pump spell. I guess this is dying otherwise. Like, the question is, do I want to try and save this? I think I do, because this is another Sejuani potentially, but I think it's correct to do this to try and trade them. Try and get Braum out of there. They have 7 mana and like 6 cards though, so like, bombs can't block. Sure. I just literally didn't do anything, right?
Stay safe, friends. I'll make corpses of them all. Barrel. I'll show
Yeah, it was 5 mana heal potion.
Blow him to the depths.
Sure, build your own Anivia.
I will endure.
Like the signal fires.
Why open attacks? That way I guaranteed get his trigger and deal 3. I think guaranteeing the 3 there is valuable.
We each die.
Oh, yep. Probably dead. I think I just have to pass here, because if I play this out, it just dies. You did not beat me. We're going to do that after I'm done with Runeterra. I think I'm going to play one more game after this one. Do I play this and summon a follower so I can block? Yeah, okay, they go right.
You'll fight or you'll swim. Run.
God bless America.
Elise, where are you?
This is our time. For my homeland.
What? Yes. Thank you.
Buy me a flavouring lump.
Okay, so because they hooked this, I'm now not dead, so I just hit okay and hope to kill them next turn. We're probably dead to a trick or something here, but like, they made the play that doesn't leave us dead to just the attack, so that's nice. So we'll take 4, go to 2. Like a Mystic Shotter here, and Mystic Shot's not in their colors, right?
Come to the tipsy hour.
Sure.
Explosives. Their bones will splinter. Break their legs.
Can we get like Atrocity? They don't usually play Atrocity, right? They don't have a ton of big monsters, so they want to maximize Rekindler summoning Anivia.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, we might. This Fury in the North might punk them out.
Such naivete.
This Fury in the North might punk them out. Oh no, they're going to 1. Oh. Oh, so many life kids. All right, black market merchant, I choose you. You are our only hope. Oh no. Wow, that card is sick with Anivia. We really need to play this deck on stream. I don't remember if it's in the queue or not.
Snow, wind,
Man, that's gasoline. You're 0. I mean, we have it. Where are we at? We started at, I think, 24 LP, so we're adding about 500. We've won almost as much as we've lost. Let's Try one more today before we wrap things up. Thanks everybody for hanging out. If you're a new viewer that's just dropping in, welcome. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream a little bit of Runeterra here every single day. We play a different constructed deck. You can also find my runs with each different deck up on my YouTube channel and my website, jeffhoagland.com. If you're looking for a little bit of constructed action each and every single day, you can add a little bit of that to your life. You can find all of my decks on my Mobalytics page there. There's also deck lists and deck codes in the video descriptions of the YouTube videos. I'm going to mulligan a parlay, I think. So they're playing the deep, so I want to try and... I think I'm going to keep... Actually, do I... Mulligan one of those. So we can parlay plus merchant on 2 to hit our... To hit our nab trigger. Fortunately, just have to pass on one here. That's great, Shillids. So this doesn't kill a ton of stuff in their deck anyway, so I'm just using Parlay here to trigger both my Sejuani Game Plank and the nab on my Black Market Merchant for the turn.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
Sure. So, opponent's deck, actually, first time playing against the Deep Day, for those that are new, they are essentially a self-mill deck. The Deep mechanic makes their units bigger when they have, it makes their units bigger when they have 15 cards or less in their deck. So they play a bunch of cards utilizing the toss mechanic to mill cards from the bottom of their deck. The toss mechanic, because it's digital, also notably explicitly gets rid of non-champion cards, so my opponent's guaranteed to not accidentally roll over cards that they care about. Huh. I think I have to attack here. Feels a little bit bad to trade these, but I think I just need to get in my hit this turn on my Sejuani to work towards leveling that up. Opponent's deck definitely has the better late game than we do, so I want to try and pressure them out before they can get there. I'm just gonna go ahead and make it rain plus Vile Feast here and kill their 3/2 lifesteal. We'll get a Spooter. I'll get to play Jagged Butcher with Plunder, so it's a 3/3. Then we can open on attacks and continue pressuring them here. Our goal here is to get their life total low enough. Get their life total low enough that Sejuani can steal the game after the fact. So again, if I choose to play out a unit before I attack, my opponent also gets to play stuff out. So because my board presence is so much better than theirs right now, I just want to start by attacking so I can get my hits in before they develop their board more. They have a Warping Whale here would be real bad for us. Let's just do this. It pushes a ton of damage. So, my thing survives their 1-pointer, and now we hit them for 4 total, which is nice. This heals them a little bit when it dies. So they're only taking 4. Yeah, that worked out really well, Percy. I agree that there's a chance we wanted the just Fury to be aggressive anyways. So the fact that they gave us a reason to do it out was excellent. In a particularly reasonable spot here, we'll get to Warning Shot to level this up whenever we want. I've got Petty Officer here as well. Do I save Petty Officer with Fury? I think the answer is no. I think I just say okay and then play another Petty Officer out. Saving Fury to pump Sejuani seems appealing. He's so scary and shit! Look at how fearsome he is! I love the League of Legends IP, it's great.
Bow to no one.
So, I'm making this really, really glad we saved Fury here. So this only kills something if it has less health than it. So Sejuani does not have less health than it now. And then we get to hook this. This has Overwhelm, so this is going to get to trample for 8. Alright.
The winter's claw endures.
Good beats, good beats, good beats. I like to end on a high note. Felt pretty reasonable. I feel like, I don't know how competitive this deck is from the games that we played, but I will say that I feel like this deck did a good job accomplishing the goal that it set out to do. Like, our goal was to, like, level Sejuani and Gangplank as quickly as possible, and the way the deck was constructed, we definitely did that. Most games, when we were playing Sejuani on 6 or 7, she was already ready to level up. So I feel like, at a minimum, we succeeded in what we were looking to set out to do. The Prom Anivia matchups felt kind of hard. I don't know that we have the aggressive pressure we need to get under those decks consistently. So I'm not quite sure. One thing that felt very reasonable was Ruthless Raider felt like a very sweet threat. The tough on this was super relevant. And the Overwhelm enabling us to get through early blockers and push damage to trigger other things felt good. So if you're looking for a sweet Gangplank deck, I think this is probably the best Gangplank deck I've played. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion, Percy. I think if you wanted... So one thing this build is doing right now is, like, with these Tavern Keepers, we're hedging aggro. So if you wanted to hedge the Anivia Braum matchup, you could play 2 more Pilfered Goods easily over the Tavern Keepers, I think. Like, this card was excellent against aggro, and that's why it's in our deck, what it's designed to do. But it definitely, having these hedges against aggro make us struggle a little bit more in the control matchup. And I think this swapping to that definitely is an easy thing to do if you think you're going to see more of that. Yeah, I think it does a good job of that. I'm a little sad we didn't hit more elusives in that set to see how it did against those. All right,